All right, guys, welcome to another edition of Wednesday Business Blitz. Today we'll talk about performance reviews. As always, I'm giving you guys the ways we do it here at Synergy 3. As always, I'm telling you what we're doing currently. So this is what I'm currently doing. So this year, I've decided that being very short-staffed and short-timed, and I am still an HR representative in this company. So I decided to delegate the performance reviews to my people. So I asked them to write a self-assessment based on the questions that I'm going to tell you, in order for me to cut the time and make them do work themselves. So very smart on my end. So based on traction book, we should hire, fire, and evaluate people based on company core values. For Synergy 3, our core values are quality, communication, and respect. So the first question in the self-assessment evaluation is, how do you display or not the core values of the company in your day-to-day work? So my people have to self-assess them on how do they display or not display quality. I'm actually looking for more for what they're gonna say, how they not do something. I'm very curious about that. How they communicate or not communicate, and how do they respect or not respect each other, co-workers, clients, whatever the case may be. And based on traction book, they should be 2 out of 3. And close to 3, because we only have 3 core values. So that's the first block. Second block, as I called it, performance. In that block, the questions are such: what achievements or milestones of 2025 are you most proud of? So here I'm looking for them to really self-assess themselves on what have they accomplished in 2025. Give me a brief summary. Another important thing I told my team is not to use AI, because I think I know their writing styles and their literature capabilities. So I really asked them not to use AI and be as brief as possible, right? Second question was, what challenges or blockers did you face? How did you navigate them? And what would you do differently? Here we're also looking for, kind of digging for conflict, digging for what hardships they have in order for me to solve it. I'm also looking for commonalities, correct? If I were you, I would look for commonalities in their problems and their blockers, as it would indicate to me, overall company issue that needs to be solved. This is my favorite one. It says, if you had the power to change one thing in the company, what would that be? I'm going to pay as close attention to this question as I can, because I think me highlighting just one thing, I want to elevate a specific issue for this particular person. And the last one, I'm also going into the minefield. The last question is you and I. The block says you and I, and the question is, where do you think we stand in our professional relationship? And this one's probably gonna hurt the most, or not. Depends how truthful the person's gonna be. But I'm looking for really see where they think we stand in our relationship professionally, especially with the people that have been here for a few years. I wanted to see how they feel and how they think on where our relationship evolved, especially with the core group, with the leadership team, where I want to have the closest and the strongest relationship. Really want to know the truth, where they think we stand. So all in all, it's 7 questions in total. I have a real example of someone who did it their own. I could tell it's pretty detailed, and I'm looking to spend minimum of 30 minutes, close to an hour, to review these, and also to provide, especially on the core values, feedback myself, and goal is always to match goal, right? The goal is to match what the person said to what I say, and see if we're all on the same page. So guys, highly recommend. It's still beginning of the year, still 2025 fresh in everyone's mind. And if you're like me, that you're either don't have the HR, or you're the HR and you don't have the time to sit down and write it down, or you want to be prepared but you don't know what to prep, you're looking for some samples online, I think this gives you a very good base. If anything, I would highlight the core values section and really dig into that, because if you have core values, you should again hire, fire, and evaluate people based on that. So good luck, guys. See you here next week.